My name is Arun Coumar and I am the driver. I'm building Driven AutoCare to be a $1 billion auto repair business, and I'm taking you along for the ride with Driven Diary. So if you want to see behind the scenes of taking a business from zero all the way to a 10-figure valuation, please hit subscribe below and let's get to the episode. Monday morning, wrapping this one up. That one's due for an oil change. That one needs about 10 grand worth of work. This one is our loaner full of wheels and tires. That one just got dropped off because she saw our billboard. That one lives around the corner, needs about $3,000 worth of work, and I'm fighting her to get it done today. That's our other loaner. So we got stuff going on here. And I am running the San Jose shop because Kevin, the new manager we hired here, just had a baby. And so I think I mentioned that in last week's video. He is out foreseeable couple of weeks, week or two. So I'm going to be here a lot. I'm kind of waiting for a bunch of notifications to come in from Shopware, but I'm also fighting for work in the shop. So I want to keep you guys busy. We've got our Yelp autoresponder making some mistakes, but overall doing a good job. Trying to stay busy, trying to get revenue, because our cash flow is going to be very negative for June. Yeah, not a fan of that. Bank account, $33,000 in it this morning. Projected to spend this week $83,000 because it is end of the month. So need 50 grand in revenue by like Wednesday. And that should be doable. You know, each shop is capable of doing that. It's just a matter of having the work in the shop, getting the approvals, getting the cars in, getting the approvals. That's all for now. 3 p.m., still Monday, and I printed something. And that's a big deal because it's taken me all day to get this thing to fucking work. And I printed an Amazon return for this stupid car, which we cannot get spacers that fit or wheels that fit. So I dismounted the tires from the monoblocks. We're getting rid of the monoblocks. And I'm shipping this car with these wheels on it. And I sold some work on that Cruise. And I sold some work on that RCF. Pretty cool stuff. It's Monday. Tuesday morning. I'm having one of those, oh my Lord, this is not easy moments. There's a tennis ball on the bench because I just finished some heavy shoulder presses and now my lat is all locked up. I'm awaiting a DocuSign for the lease for our new house that I was expecting yesterday so that I could tell my current landlord that he can move back in at the end of July. And so I can tell the other house we don't want it. It's the end of the month, and I think I mentioned yesterday I have almost $100,000 in forecasted cash flow. And yesterday, I am so happy to say $7,500 hit the bank account this morning because of yesterday's sales. We are not on track. The San Jose shop has one car, $2,100 worth of carryover work, and we'll see what we can get done today. Yikes. So, got work to do to bring in the customers, sell the work. Separately, and worth talking about, I lost our cat. So over the weekend, I got distracted while entering my house and the front door blew open. I didn't close it all the way. While I was out wrangling my son, running around the cul-de-sac, having a lovely time, the front door blew open and a cat that we rescued 3 years ago from the outdoors got out. Haven't seen her since. And I had a couple of opportunities to get her, and I wasn't able to make it happen. She got away from me, and I think we lost the cat. So just like, you know, life, it's worth noting. I think one of the 4 things that I'm going through right now, 3 or 4, if you count running the San Jose shop as a 4th thing, one of the 4 things would have really taken me out of my disciplinary path a couple years ago. And they just don't anymore. So there's a level of emotional resiliency that I've built up over the years, but it's like, oh my God, dude. Do I ever get to not exercise that emotional resiliency? And I think the answer is no. I think this is life now. It is a good problem to have, to be the adult wolf standing there with 1,000,000 arrows in your body and continuing to stand while the baby wolf gets killed by 1 arrow. If you've seen that graphic, it is a good representation. Anyways, I'm gonna go get my second workout in, go run the San Jose shop today. That's all for now. I guess one more thing on this topic. That emotional resiliency that I just talked about, like if you don't have it and you make excuses for yourself on what needs to get done, you know, this thing happened and so I didn't do what I said I was gonna do and what I was supposed to do. Oh, and that's most people. That's most people. And so what it means is that if you continue to do the things that you know you're supposed to do and that you say you will do and that you commit to doing, despite everything, you will exceed the average results. If you are able to do what you say you are going to do through difficult challenges, you will exceed average results of society, which is, I don't want anything close to average results. And so I know I got to go even further than that, outcompete myself, outcompete every obstacle that I come up against, and outcompete everybody else who wants the same thing as me. There's a lot of multi-shop operators starting from scratch, and I'm aware, and the cat thing really got to me as far as me needing to have a lower tolerance level for imperfection and continuously be the guy that doesn't miss. So I think that is something I got to focus on, is basically like, hey, you don't miss. You don't miss, you don't miss, you don't forget things, you don't screw things up because you are dedicated to every single detail being correct. That's what I got. Wednesday, and you will notice a lack of cars here. We do have a Turo that they blew out the tire on, some Bosnians who are going to watch Bosnia versus the US. They're from Michigan. And they're here renting this car and they blew out a tire, and then we got a real customer here that I actually sold some work on. 55 waiting on parking brake cables. Avalon waiting on a customer. Pilot loaner that's also here is out with the technician to actually do the tire on this BMW because we don't have tire machines here, but we do in Fremont, and since we're so slow, I figured just send them up there. And then I also sent the other two monoblocks up there with him as well, so I could get those tires dismounted, make that listing a little bit more attractive. Very, very, very slow here. Other shops are busier, which is good, but I'm hearing about quality issues in Castro Valley. Getting stuff done. June was rough. Made it through the cash flow of the end of the month. Things need to change. That's all for now. Wednesday evening, we're driving a GX 470 that I just bought. I sold a GS 300 this evening, and I bought an 07 Honda Pilot today. It's a very busy car transacting day. It's a very busy car transacting day because we were so damn slow at the shop. I had two customers. The Bosnian guy blew a tire, and that game's over now. I should check the score. Blew a tire. We had a guy with a Hyundai Sonata that won't pass smog, which is kind of a cool problem. And we had somebody who came in just for an oil change. And so I am going through an existential crisis of, holy shit, we're not making nearly enough money to both pay back the debt that we have and make money on top of that. I have to rework something here. I kind of did math this morning and it's bad. And I think some sacrifices are going to be made. And so I'm going to say it right now, I guess, what that sacrifice is. I didn't really think I was going to say it in this week's video because I don't know if it's going to happen. Maybe I won't say it. I'm going to say it and then think about whether to put it in. I'm going to sell the Mercy. I'm selling the Mercy. And I've driven it 5,000 miles in a year and a half. It's been an excellent ownership experience, but critically, Mercies are so hot right now. And so I've already offered it to a buddy of mine who I knew wanted it for $350,000, which means I would profit 150 grand in a year and a half of ownership on top of all of my ownership expenses. So that feels great. I hope that comes true. I don't know if he's going to pull the trigger yet, but nevertheless, I think over 300 is a number that I can get for it. That's the sacrifice I need to make. I tied that car a lot to my identity, and so getting rid of it is going to hurt, but I have been through this before. I sold my F250. I sold my M3. I am a degenerate car enthusiast. I cannot stop buying cool cars. I have bought and owned several cool cars and sold them painfully when I needed the money for my business. Now is no exception. And although it hurts, I will survive. And in the long run, I should have no problem buying another one. So that's what I got for today. That's all for now. Yet another vehicle. No, this is not the Pilot I bought. This is the loaner Pilot that I bought in October of 2024, and we have since put about 11,000 miles on it as a company. I have put personally about 2,000 miles on this car, using it as a loaner back at the end of 2024 into 2025 when my son was born, because our actual family car was in the shop not getting fixed for about 2 months. It was necessary to not get fixed because we were understaffed at the time. I am sitting here in horrific traffic on a fine Thursday afternoon after what was a very interesting day at the shop. And I say interesting because I gotta say, this week was just not a good week for my own shop manager performance, like myself as a shop manager. We had a lot of downtime, and I ended up going out and buying a car to try to make up for the downtime, and I had already planned to buy another car, so I bought 2 cars and sold a car yesterday. But yeah, financially not a good week for that. Both of those cars will actually be ready for sale early next week, which is good. We'll have all the repairs done. That will help get some cash back into the business. I've got the Yukon Denali to sell, which will be good. I've got that E55 to sell, which will be good. Yeah, I mean, just suffering with business at the moment. I'm trying to sell the Lamborghini. I'm struggling to find interested parties. Not trying that hard, I guess you could say, but I do need to do a little more there. Oh, it appears somebody fell off their motorcycle up here. That's not good. Wow, that's a bad accident, actually. Look at that. Jeez. Okay, we are past the crash now. I really didn't do a good job of selling. I was kind of coming from a place of fear with my selling. I wasn't really asking for all of the sale. I was so worried about scraping for what I could that I didn't do what I needed to do for my customers, and I was operating from a place of fear. But yeah, so financially, basically, I need to just sell these cars and put it behind me, to be honest. Going into the weekend, I have a full day of content creation with Hamilton tomorrow. I created a board of directors for myself in Claude, and so I asked it to help me design a board of 3 people, which each have different focus areas where I need guidance. It's helping me make decisions a little better, I think. I could have a real board of directors, I suppose. I don't know if I don't have a reason why I'm not doing that. I totally could just start connecting with more people whose opinion I respect. AI works in the meantime. I'm worn out. That's what there is to it. I'm going into the 4th of July weekend. I'll try to remember to film some tomorrow, but that's all for now. Friday afternoon, and I don't like looking at this thing anymore. When I decide I want to sell something, I emotionally disassociate from it to protect my own emotional fragility when it comes to vehicles. And so now, with that thing being essentially dead to me, I just went to go get my phone mount out of it, and the smell of the leather made me very sad. That's my life. This is parked because I'm driving the Yukon home. So then you might be wondering what this is. Let me show you the condition of the nice Yukon. So I guess I can't because I'm currently in the process of doing that little scent bomb thing, but this seat's fucked up, that seat's fucked up, steering wheel's fucked up, door card's fucked up, missing 3rd row. Now you got a picture what I'm working with. It's freshly repainted, so that's nice. But let me show you this one. 260,000 miles on this one. Bought it for $2,800. Look at that. Super clean interior. Yeah, it's worn. Yeah, this isn't perfect. Hell of a lot better, frankly. That side, also good. Center console, nice. Steering wheel looks mint. Door card, there's a big hole in the door card here, and just smoke everywhere. Floor mats I can show you. Look at these floor mats. These look brand new, am I right? Brand new floor mats. This thing smells like a relatively new car. This family took care of it. Look at these. Look at that. That's disgusting. So basically, I bought this for $2,800. I'm gonna swap a bunch of parts over, make this one look like a 260,000 mile one, unfortunately, and then sell this one. So that's what's going on here. Hopefully, I can get back out of this one for far less than it would have cost to just buy parts on the nice one. But I like this one, man. I mean, for me, like, I use this as an example. Black cars with super high miles that you can buy for cheap but were really, really well maintained is the kind of cars that I seem to like. I got this, I got my family's Explorer. I could repaint this one, 2,500 bucks. New headlights, easy peasy. But I'm gonna ruin the interior with everything I'm gonna swap over from that piece of junk outside. So probably gonna sell it because it still needs too much work to make the way I would want it. Too much money to go into it. So I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, that scent bomb on that car should be almost done. I'm gonna head home. That's gonna be it for this week's Driven Diary. Driven AutoCare needs work. Driven AutoCare needs help. A Lamborghini payment is gonna help. I ran the San Jose shop this week and we did terrible. Bought a bunch of cars. Time to sell a bunch of cars. That's what I got for this week, and that's all for now. But if you enjoyed the episode, leave a like. Helps us show up higher in the YouTube algorithm. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And if you got any questions or feedback, leave a comment below. And until next week, I hope you can go out and continue to build your own automotive dreams and stay driven.